Hi, this is Cypher from GATV, and this is the first look and review of GATV on the PlayStation Portable. GATV should be fairly familiar for any of you who have played any of the Monster Hunter series of games. They play very similar. They've got you in open areas, killing monsters, completing quest objectives, and obviously progressing through the story. One thing is that I think that this game has more story than Monster Hunter does. Monster Hunter has a very basic story, it's not very detailed, there isn't a lot to it that I can see, whereas this will obviously have you progressing through an actual story in the game. Now, we'll start off with the area you start off in. Obviously this is your character, you're running around. This is the quest deck, and this is where you will accept your quests, your missions, and then obviously you can preview what your objectives are. We'll just accept that one. Now obviously from here you can select who it is you want to take with you in your party. Obviously if you're playing multiplayer, an extra slot will be taken up by each player you've got with you. For this you can obviously take different people with you. For this we'll just grab her, and then obviously we'll accept the quest. Over here you can buy items from this guy. He's got a very basic shop. You can purchase bullets, equipment, ammunition, and you can sell them extra items that you've got as well. Over here is the lift that will take you to various different areas of the map. You obviously have to go to different places to progress through the story. Over here is the terminal where you can manage your items. Now obviously anything in your pouch gets taken with you into the quest. Anything in your box stays behind. You can move items between them and obviously swap and change as you fit. This is your equipment management screen, whereby you can equip different weapons, and it will obviously tell you what stats you're going to take with you, and then different swords as well. So we'll just grab a different sword and you'll see there it changed. We'll take this one with us. You can obviously take whichever shield you want as well, and you get a little preview of what that looks like as well. These are your skill belts that will do different things. So obviously if we go in here we can see that they give us different stats and stuff. Here you can obviously change your clothes as well. Unfortunately they, from what I can tell, don't actually give you any kind of benefits, so just take whatever you think looks good, or if you want to be funny, just take whatever looks stupid. You can upgrade your equipment here as well, so if you've got different items you can look at them and it'll tell you what you need. You can see what the stats growth will be on it. It's fairly straightforward. You can create equipment from scratch if you've got the items as well, and you can change your hairstyle. Here you can also manage your ammunition, and you can change what bullets you are taking with you. You can only take a maximum of 15, but you probably won't need more than that. You can also create any ammunition that you need. Obviously at the beginning there won't be that many to choose from. However, as you progress through the story you'll be able to get different items that use different elements and different status effects. The database here will give you more information onto the story, characters, skills, monsters you've encountered, but unfortunately it's not translated. You also have the save screen on there and the option to go to multiplayer, which will just kick you back to the title screen so that you can just select continue multi. Right, for this we'll just go in and we'll just take a mission. We've got to go and kill one ogre tail, which we'll do. Should be nice and straightforward. Hopefully we won't die. And we'll cover the basic controls of the game as well and give you a rough idea on how it's played. Now once you start up here, you've got the analog stick for basic movement, so you can move left, right, run around in circles if you want to, like a little idiot. Also, you can control the camera with the D-pad, so you can rotate it, you can look up, you can look down, you can do all sorts of stuff like that. What you can do is just tap L, and it will circle the camera behind you, so that you can just continue running in whatever direction you want to go, and quickly move it around. Now, square is what is considered your quick attack, and obviously you get a little combination attack if you hit it multiple times. Triangle is more of a heavy hitting attack, and again you've got a little combination on that one. Now, you do take your gun and your sword with you at the same time. You tap R to change between the two. This is unique in the fact that your ammunition isn't ammunition as such. You have the little OP gauge at the top, the green one, and every time you fire it will deplete that gauge slightly. You can fill that up by hitting monsters with your basic sword attacks, so that you can in theory never run out of ammunition. Obviously once you have run out, then you need to start beating on the monster to replenish it, or take one of the OP replenishing items. Now we'll just run out over here. Now, one of the things to cover is guarding. Now, you can guard by holding R and pushing circle, and this will enable you to block certain attacks from different directions. Now, if you're hit, you'll still take some damage, but it will reduce the damage depending on the stats of your shield and obviously the monster you're being attacked by. Now, your stamina gauge will go down as well when you guard each attack, so you can't just sit there and guard forever and let your friends deal with it. When you hold R, you can run to sprint, however that will decrease your stamina gauge. You can see the white bar decreasing, so that will go down. Now, in your gun form, you can't guard, unfortunately. You can still run around, but guarding is disabled in this. So, obviously use it sparingly and use it from a distance. One of the things to deal with is the bullets that you have equipped. Now, on the right hand side you'll see which bullets you have, so depending on which attack you have, you get a different coloured bullet, or it'll do a different thing. If you hold that slot, you can actually change which bullet you take out, and then obviously you'll fire a different round for that button. Now, let's just go and have one last look, and the one last piece of important information is your predator form. Now, while you've got your sword out, if you hold triangle, you'll go into this little stance and pull out this big massive predator blackhead. Now, if you hit a monster with that while it's alive, you'll get a special bullet from it. If you hit a monster with it while it's dead, you'll carve it. So that's how you're going to carve the monsters and get more items from the end. You release triangle to let it go, and depending on what you hit is what you'll get. Now, over here you'll see a little thing on the floor. You've got to watch out for these, because these are items that you can pick up and take with you. So grab those whenever you see them. Now, if we run around here, we should find our little ogre tail. Here he is, and there he is, and we'll just guard it so we can demonstrate the guarding. He wants to attack, which he doesn't. There we go. Oops, I didn't take any damage because my shield was too great for this monster. Now what we'll do is we'll just go over here and we'll beat on it a little, and you'll see that the OP gauge is replenishing. Now, after you've done so much damage to it, you can actually knock it down like this. This is the best time to take the chunk out of the predator. And as you'll notice, I get the special three-way needle. Now, I can either fire this myself, or I can give it to a friend. If I go over here, and we find Satya, I can actually give her the bullet, which means that she will now gain also the little boosts that I get, but she also has the option of firing the special ammunition. Obviously I can shoot at this monster from a distance. One thing to be careful of is the item controls. Now, like Monster Hunter, you obviously are stationary whenever you use your items, but unfortunately the item controls are quite bad, I think. Now, you have to hit select to bring up your item list. Now, the problem is that to swap through the list, they use L and R, which are two buttons you use quite a bit during combat. I'd have preferred it if they'd have moved it to the D-pad for that, but to each their own, I guess. It kind of works a little bit, and obviously, while you're using stuff, you're stationary for a moment, and then you just use it. So, we'll just finish this mission up now that we've completed this objective. And we will go to the end screen, which will obviously give you stats and tell me how horrendously bad I just did, and you get extra rewards, and obviously if you find anything you'll gain those too. And this obviously lists the origami bullets that I gave to someone else, which are obviously, it's just for how many people, it's just for good for showing how much of a team player you are. But that is our basic review of God Eater. It's a fairly good game, and if you enjoyed Monster Hunter, you'll enjoy this game. If you hated Monster Hunter, you'll probably hate this game too. If you've not played either of them, I would probably suggest Monster Hunter over God Eater. It's a much more polished game than God Eater. God Eater feels very rushed and not finished. But to each their own. So we'll leave you at that, and we'll hope to give you a review of another game next time.